Hi everybody, and I'd like to welcome you to a presentation for GladiaCoin where you can double your Bitcoin in just 90 days. My name is Rick McCoy, and that's my beautiful wife Nui, and along with my best friend Simon King, we welcome you today and want to give you some information about this incredible platform that enables you to double your Bitcoin in 90 days and also realize some tremendous profits, which we're going to talk about. But let's begin by talking about the history of Bitcoin. For those of you that are not familiar with it, we really do not know who created Bitcoin because the developer wrote a 9-page white paper and went by the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto and talking about the decentralized cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. And to this date, nobody has actually stepped forward and says, I'm the person who created Bitcoin. They still remain anonymous to this day, even though Bitcoin is worth right now over $20 billion. But in the paper, it was described the creation of it was not about money. It was more about the idea of making a transaction without the aid of intermediaries, like Western Union, PayPal, MoneyGram, which charge tremendous fees. These are all multi-billion-dollar companies built on the fees of people that are transferring money. And he thought, or she thought, or the organization thought there had to be a better way and came up with the concept of Bitcoin. And so in 2009, when it was anonymously released, it happened during the largest financial shocks in history. If you remember 2008, when banks were collapsing because of the subprime mortgage fiasco. It brought down the economy of not only the United States, but many countries throughout the world, and it took a long time to correct that. But it's a digital currency that is not regulated by any government or private entity. And so this is a peer-to-peer network of people that are being able to exchange value amongst themselves. In fact, Bitcoin was the strongest currency in the world from the years 2010 through 2013, outperforming even gold. So what is the value of a Bitcoin? Well, you can see back in June of 2010, the value of one Bitcoin was 10 cents. The average value of a Bitcoin today, and this is 2017, is over 1,200. So if you had invested $100, just $100 6 years ago, it'd be worth $1.2 million today. Now look, 99.9% of the population in the world missed out on this opportunity, including myself. But here's a chance at a second redemption, because even though it's at $1,200 today, it's going to be worth in the near future, experts predict $5,000 up to $35,000 per Bitcoin within just the next few years. So the timing is perfect to hear about it today, for those of us who missed it the first time around. Here are companies that have invested heavily into Bitcoin. It is here to stay. It is not going to go away. It's kind of like Uber. You know, there are countries that tried to fight Uber, but it was the people who said, this is what we want. And the majority of the people want this service on a worldwide basis. So companies are falling in line to get behind it as quickly as possible. And these are all major international corporations. In fact, some of the richest men in the world are investing heavily into Bitcoin, including Bill Gates, who's the richest man in the world, says Bitcoin is better than currency. You don't have to be physically in the same place. There's Mark Anderson in the middle. He was the founder of Netscape Navigator, one of the, I think it was the first browser that we could use on the internet, which made surfing the internet very, very simple. He's invested over $50 million in Coinbase and has vowed to invest hundreds of millions more. And then you've got Sir Richard Branson from the Virgin Empire, says, you know, he's hosted the greatest minds in Bitcoin. He brought him to his private island to discuss the future of blockchain technology. So he's kind of like got the golden touch. So the elite investors in the world, the elite companies are all behind this incredible currency known as Bitcoin. Well, where do you store Bitcoin? It's not like you can go to the bank and buy it, exchange it for dollars, but you can through what's called a Bitcoin wallet. It's very, very secure, and there's a number of companies that have these wallets. In fact, you can download the app onto your smartphone and literally have all your currency for Bitcoin right there at the convenience of your smartphone. Blockchain is one that I use, and it's very popular. BitPay is also popular because you can also get a Visa card, and you can actually transfer Bitcoin over to the Visa card and spend it like cash. So they're making it more and more simple and user-friendly for people around the world to use this incredible currency. But just to give you an idea, everybody has a key when you apply for your wallet, which is free to do. It only takes maybe 3 to 5 minutes in order to get your wallet. You're supplied an encrypted key, and this is how you send payments, and it's also how you receive payments, because everybody has this key, an individual key. So your security is nearly foolproof, okay? Unless you give your key away to somebody or the information about your wallet. But other than that, it's this is how you transfer and receive money. Where you can purchase Bitcoins currently, or make purchases with Bitcoins, it's accepted over 45,000 merchants around the world, and more retailers are now seeing this as an acceptable form of payment. And Expedia, if you do a lot of traveling, even to buy a cup of coffee, you can now use a Bitcoin. You use fractions of a Bitcoin. And so as the popularity increases, more and more merchants are making this available. They just had to create the infrastructure in order to make the payment processing easy. And now, I mean, you can just literally hold up your smartphone to the terminal and it'll automatically withdraw the necessary Bitcoin in order to make that purchase. But the Bitcoin trading is no different than trading like on Forex, for example. You know, you're buying it when it's low and you're selling it at a higher price, and the price of Bitcoin can fluctuate greatly, you know, even on a daily basis. If you just go and look at the charts, I mean, a year ago it was at about $300 to $500, and then it went right back up to $1,200. So it's a huge opportunity for people that are in the know as far as traders in order to make a lot of money, and that can certainly benefit us as well. But GladiaCoin, who are we? Well, the company launched in December of 2016, and it is strictly a platform that works in the digital space or digital economy. And the only coin that we work with is Bitcoin. You know, there's been a number of programs that have been out there that, you know, have a cryptocurrency, but the challenge is you can't really spend that currency. You can accumulate it, most of it is virtual, but then try to put it into a wallet and then convert it into cash, it's next to impossible. But with Bitcoin, you can. So we're also specialists in trading Bitcoin, and it's an opportunity for the population to be part of the gains. Our company can average well over 5% a day in their trades on Bitcoin and be able to share those gains with the people who become involved with us. So some of the exclusive benefits: the duplication in 90 days. The program or the platform doubles the Bitcoin value in 90 days from the plan selected. I mean, you can get started for 1/10 of a Bitcoin, which is very inexpensive. It's fully automated. The platform is automatic and integrated into blockchain from receipt to payment. This is very important because the money that you receive from the trading bonus on a daily basis is not held by the company of GladiaCoin. It goes directly into your encrypted wallet. Once it's into your wallet, it's yours. This can be done without any tedious activities on your part because it doubles without the necessity of performing any daily task. You don't have to sit in front of your computer and monitor. It's all done automatically for you. And the best part, daily payments. The system automatically deposits the daily gains directly into your Bitcoin blockchain wallet. And once it's in the wallet, you will typically get a notification both by SMS on your smartphone and also an email that you've received money. And it's a wonderful thing that every day you wake up and you see that you've got money deposited directly into your wallet account. Some of the exclusive benefits: we have an international presence. Our servers are located in Singapore. It happens in real time. We have a virtual office available 24 hours, 7 days a week. The company doesn't just work Monday through Friday, literally 7 days a week. You're able to benefit from the trading performance of Bitcoin. We also have a binary network for those that are interested. which can accelerate your earnings by using the power of a binary from 5 to 15% daily, and that is paid daily. Or you can just simply become a passive customer just interested in doubling your Bitcoin. And it's very, very simple to use. So there's two ways that you can earn. You can earn passively. There's a lot of people, they say, you know, I just don't want to talk to anybody about this. I'm just interested in doubling my Bitcoin in 90 days. And that's entirely up to you that you can do that. Do what's comfortable. But for those of you that want to promote this, like myself and Simon, because, you know, we just know a lot of people that are in a situation that they want to make money. You know, they've tried numerous programs and it hasn't been successful, and this is delivering results almost immediately. So you have the opportunity, you can build a binary network. It's very simple, and you can earn from 5 to 15% of the Bitcoin volume on a daily basis that's on your lesser legs. So you either have a passive income or a binary, or you can combine the both to earn faster. So if you wanted to earn from the binary network side, all you have to do is just enroll one person on the left and one person on the right. That's it. And it calculates that volume, the number of Bitcoin on a daily basis to infinite levels, and then it will pay from 5 to 15% per day. So every time a team member doubles their Bitcoin and they repurchase, I mean, at the end of 90 days, you've doubled your money, so what do you want to do now? Well, if you want to, you can repurchase and come in again, and anytime that happens by you or anybody in your team that upgrades their plan, you get paid the binary as well, 15% on a daily basis. So new business plus repurchasing. So you can pick your plan right now to get started. You can come in very small. This is Spartacus 1. And the Spartacus 1 position has no doubling because the fact it's such a small amount of money to get started. 90 days is not enough time to double the money, but you can start with 0.05 Bitcoin. But you can go on the internet and kind of plug in these figures yourself, and then you can earn 5% from the binary, and 0.10 is the daily limit that you can earn. And 3 Bitcoins per month is the cap on that. Now, what you can do is, after a little while, upgrade or start at Spartacus 2. It's a little bit better, and that you start with 0.10 Bitcoin. This will double in 90 days and increases your binary income to 6%. There is a daily limit of 0.20 Bitcoin per day and a maximum of 6 Bitcoin per month. So if you multiply 6 at the current rate of about 1,200, you can come up with like a monthly limit, which is a very good amount of money, by the way. Spartacus 3 is 0.20 in Bitcoin. You earn an additional 1% on the binary, and it increases the daily Bitcoin that you can earn up to 0.60 and 18 Bitcoin per month. That's, you know, nearly $20,000, ladies and gentlemen. A good sweet spot to start for most people, if they just kind of want to test the water a little bit, they can start at Spartacus 4, and that's 0.50, which is a half a Bitcoin. Not only does it double in 90 days, but you can earn 9% on the binary and 1 Bitcoin limit per day. So once it hits 1 Bitcoin per day, then you will carry over to the next day. You don't lose anything, but that's the maximum that you can earn per day, which is about 1,200 per day and 30 per month. For those of you that want to kind of come in and accelerate and go a little bit faster to see the doubling effect, then Spartacus 5 would be a good spot. That's 1 Bitcoin. Earn 11% in the binary, 2 Bitcoin per day is a daily limit, and 60 is the monthly limit. So if you start at Spartacus 5, the maximum that you can earn would be 60 Bitcoin per month from the system. Spartacus 6 is 2 Bitcoin, 13% on the binary, and 120 Bitcoin per month is the limit on that one. And the last place or plan that you can select would be Spartacus 7, and that is a maximum of just 4 Bitcoin. It's 15% on the binary. That's locked in. That's permanent. You don't have to requalify. 8 Bitcoin per day is the daily limit. And ladies and gentlemen, we have many people that are hitting 8 Bitcoin per day. 240 Bitcoin per month is the limit on that one. And all this is on our website that you can see for yourself, but I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit about how to get started there. So all you need to do is just choose a plan that is most suitable for you and most comfortable, and you can actually begin to double your Bitcoin in only 90 days. So what I want to do now is just kind of take you to the website. And okay, here's the company website, and all the information about the company is here. It's just GladiaCoin.com, and you can read through the various benefits. And then just to log in, you just click on the login button, and then it is going to take you into a back office like you see here. And this is the dashboard. And you can see by the dashboard right now that I've already completed 58.55% of my doubling. So there's a bar that kind of keeps track of this. And then you can see here the current. This is the amount of Bitcoin that I've already been paid to date. And I just started a week ago. Actually, not even a week. Today represents my 6th day in the business. So I'm a big fan of this website called Bitcoin Calculator. And all you have to do is just simply enter in the number of Bitcoin, and you can see that's what I've earned to date. Now, a few days ago, that figure was much higher because the price of Bitcoin is low right now, as you can see from the index. But nonetheless, that's a start for a good week, starting at 0. So if I go back into the back office here, you can see the earnings received, the number of points. That represents the actual number of Bitcoin. So already the left team has 59 Bitcoin. So what is that worth? Just kind of show you here a little bit. That's over 60,000 in volume. And again, this has just happened, in less than a week's time. This would be my wallet. Remember, I talked about the wallet, and this is the address, and it goes directly into my wallet. And if I want to change it, then I can just click there. So if I go into the network, I've got a point statement, and this shows everybody that has come into the team and what their purchase has been. If I go into the financials, I can see a statement here of everything that has been deposited into my wallet. Now, if you notice at the bottom there, the 14th, that was my starting date, okay? I qualified for a trading bonus that day, and it was 0.222 followed by a lot of twos. So if I just grab that and I put it in here into the calculator, that was $22.58 is what I made because I started with 1 Bitcoin. And then you can see here on the 14th, because I had brought a few people in, I also qualified for a binary bonus of 11%, and that was paid also the same day. So to give you an idea of that bonus, I just go back to the calculator again and put this in, and there was $279 that I earned just in the binary bonus. It was well over $300 my first day. And I was really excited by that because I could see the potential. But not only is this happening for me, I mean, it is happening for a lot of people in my team. Simon right now, because of how he structured his package, he's made over $3,000 already, and he's at about $750 a day. So Simon was very happy that I introduced this to him. But you can see that I also increased from my binary percentage from 11% up to 13% because I took some of my earnings and I upgraded my plan. Today I'm at Spartacus 6. I still haven't reached Spartacus 7 yet. I will, but I just wanted to get as much as I possibly could on the budget that was affordable to me at the time. So that day I got 8 binary points that I was paid, 8 Bitcoins, times 13%. So to give you an idea what that's worth, I put that into the calculator, and that's over $1,097 for the day, just on the binary bonus, plus the fact that I got my trader bonus on top of that, of the 0.444. You see that? So add the two together, it was a very, very nice day. So you're tracking everything, and this is just for the week. So when you have an opportunity like this, where people can see, the results and get paid daily, that's why people are just gravitating to GladiaCoin. You know, most companies are paying by the month, and then they say they pay by the week, but the problem is then there's usually a 2 or 3 week delay because they're trying to make sure there's no credit card fraud and everything else. And here, I mean, the money that goes in is paid by Bitcoin, the money that goes out is paid in Bitcoin, and so it is instant, it's automatic. They close down the computers every day at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's Singapore time, for 15 minutes. They calculate the commissions, and it's like clockwork that they're paid. In fact, if you go back and you look at my statement there, you can see that pretty much the same time, 1:03 in the morning, 1:03 in the morning, that's when they calculate the bonuses, and they're paid directly into the wallet. GladiaCoin does not hold any of your money unless it's less than 0.03. You have to have at least 0.03 for them to fund it into your wallet. Otherwise, it's held right here in your back office until it reaches that. And that would only be if you started with one of the lesser packages. It just takes a little bit to build up to where you've got the 2.2%, where you're getting out, you know, 0.3 per day in value. Okay, so I hope that clarifies it. Next, I want to go in and show you a strategy to where you can really accelerate your earnings. Okay, now what I'd like to do is just to kind of share with you a strategy so that you can really take advantage and get off to the fastest start possible and accelerate your income. And so I kind of put this together as a plan, and you can take various components from it, but it involves actually beginning with 3 positions. And I happen to put this at the Spartacus 7, which would mean 3 positions with 4 Bitcoin each. And then you can vary from that. I mean, it doesn't have to be 4 Bitcoin each. It can be 2, it can be 1. It just depends on you. But this is the strategy is what's important for you to understand here. Now, the thing is, if you begin with 3, what you do is you come on board and then you actually sponsor yourself, 1 on the left and 1 on the right. So you hold 3 positions there, and you qualify each position at Spartacus 7 with 4 Bitcoin. Now, a couple things happen here. First thing is that your position, number 1, is now qualified to be earning the maximum of 15% daily on your binary commissions. Okay? But the second thing is that positions 1, 2, and 3 all begin earning 2.2% trader bonus daily for 90 days. So if you were to take 4 Bitcoin times 2.2%, that's 0.088 per position. So you multiply that by 3, and now you're at 0.264 Bitcoin per day. I'll let you do the math. Just go to the Bitcoin converter, type in 0.264 per day, and that's what you're making. I can tell you it's over $300, plus you're getting the binary commissions of 15% up to 8 Bitcoin per position per day. Do the math on that one. It's incredible money, and there are people that are doing that and more. For those that really want to accelerate it, instead of doing it with 3, you can actually position yourself 7 positions. With you at the top, and you put 3 positions on the left, 3 positions on the right, and you fund it at Spartacus 7. That's 4 Bitcoins each. Position 1 is obviously qualified to begin earning the 15% daily binary commissions. But then look at this. Positions 1 through 7 also begin earning the 2.2% trader bonus daily for 90 days. So here, if you do the math, that's 4 Bitcoins times 2.2% on the trader bonus equals 0.088, just like before, per position. Now multiply that by 7. If you do the math on this, it's 0.616 Bitcoin per day. Okay, this is passive income, ladies and gentlemen. This does not include what you would be making out of the binary. This is if you just want to structure it for yourself to take advantage of it. Why would you structure it like this? Because the maximum that you can earn per day is 4 Bitcoin per position. So if you want to have 8 Bitcoin, you need more than 1 position. So that's why people are gravitating to getting multiple positions, because they really want to take advantage of the passive income. I can tell you at this point, that's over $750 US per day. plus the binary commissions of up to 15% per day if you decide that you want to share the information and just send people to our website of bitcoinbillions.net where they can see this presentation and make that decision for themselves. The ultimate strategy for those that are in the position would be 31 positions. That's 124 Bitcoins, earning 2.2% daily. If you do the math on that, it's incredible income. But that is for people that are really in a position, to take advantage of that. I can tell you I was not in that position, but there people are. And this has been a real blessing for those that, had money that was maybe in a CD, not drawing much interest, and they are doing extremely well with this program. So with that, I just want to say it is a pleasure talking to you about GladiaCoin and Bitcoin, and please get back to the person who invited you to watch this video, get your questions answered, and we hope to see you again soon. Thanks again.